So I jumped out of a plane. But the interesting thing is, I wasn't scared. Kind of. Now don't get me wrong, like I was freaking, I was terrified. But that was only before. Let me explain. So the night before, absolutely losing my mind. Could not sleep. Like, I got like 2 hours of sleep. All I could think about was instant death. Like that. Like my genuine thought was tomorrow I'm gonna die, and that's all I got. And then driving there, same thing. Freaking out, losing my mind. And then you get there, you sign, you can't sue them, you can't have your people sue them, nothing. You have no legal rights at that point. Like, and they explicitly tell you 18 million times, you can and might die. And if you do, it's your fault, not ours. Even if we mess up. And that whole thing is like, that's scary. So like you could jump out without a parachute and it's my fault. And they're like, yup. It's like, okay, so that's interesting. And then you put your harness on, and then you get into this like rickety plane. You go up, he's telling you all these things and you can't hear a thing because the wind is rushing through you. Like you cannot hear for squat. And I just nod in my head. I'm like, yup. Yeah, and nothing, absolutely nothing is being comprehended. So then I like turn around, and at this point I'm like in his lap, which is already awkward to begin with, and he starts to like hook me in. There were two things that they told me to remember. You had to like straddle your right leg off the plane and get your left leg like in a knee, like on your knee. An example of this, imagine this cooler is the plane. Here, carpet, floor, that is just like abyss, you know, there's nothing there. This is now the plane. I'm the plane, wings, okay? We're here like this, we're crouched down. He's strapped to my back. How you had to do it was you're crawling. Like, I want you to imagine, right there, yeah, that, 11,000 feet, doors open, this is open. I don't know if this is making any sense, but we're gonna roll with it. So what they wanted you to do, you took your foot, so there's a platform that came off the wings. Wing, platform. So you put your foot, boom. And then you have your knee like this. They wanted your knee still on the plane. And then he grabs my head. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's what happened. The moment you're in the air, they want you to throw your arms out and to kick back, so that they can control how you fall. So I'm in there, and eventually we get to 11,000 feet or whatever, and then we open the door. Oh, I've never been on a plane with a freaking door open. The wind is like whipping you. You can't hear a thing. You cannot process. The only thing is fear. That's all you have. And then you crawl to the door. And I'm thinking, I am actually gonna die. You are looking straight into freaking death. He's like slapping my leg, he's pointing to where I'm supposed to be, and then you just feel your head, and then poof, and it's wild. You cannot, it's absolutely indescribable, but it's just, I mean, you're literally flying. Absolutely no fear at that point. Fear is completely gone. You're grinning, you're smiling, like you are not afraid at all. It is pure joy. And then eventually he pulls the chute and you go down or whatever and you're fine. My point in saying all this, with quote unquote scary things in life, we stress and we're afraid about all these things, when in reality, the action of it, you're gonna be fine. That 24 hours of me going to bed and me hitting the ground safely skydiving, I spent 90% of that stressing out. Like, it's just in my own head. 75% of me thought I was gonna die. My point is, don't let fear stop you from doing scary things. Because the truth of the matter is, it's pure self-harm, you know? You're in your own head constantly. And that's what causes most of fear. Get out of your own freaking head and enjoy the world around you.
Oh, what up, my man? That was insane. Give me a high five. Welcome to Skydivers Tennessee. Good job, dude. Oh my gosh. Yep. All right.
Feels good to be back on the ground.
Thanks, man, for me, yeah, buddy. Oh my gosh.